welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, a black and gold mosh pit where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Hawkeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Wolverines' return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the running back. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, or the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
The Wolverines have this offense rolling. Running back searching for a hole.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The gift to the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they break the seal on the scoring.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown. They made a statement.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Iowa's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. It's complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Well, jet sweep pass. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That's a really good job on the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but he didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now in the next down.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
On on the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass hits, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for...
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. The Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Zings it complete to the right. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackle.
Touchdown, Hawkeye! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Wants to pass it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Algier. How about that defense rising up and forward on 4th down? Iowa has the ball back on offense. Line dead set. 1st down. Defense in press coverage. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. He's looking to throw. Got him downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the 1st half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Go straight ahead. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Fires it. Got his man. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage? I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
Second and 10. He'll throw again. He's not afraid to go deep. Catch inside the 25. They'll immediately call timeout.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He wants it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the line of scrimmage, and they throw it in the end zone. They have got this defense on their heels.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him this time. That should be the final play of the first half. Bully ball on 3rd and short. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires it incomplete.
Well, you get the incompletion there on 3rd down. You've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down 1 possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First down here for the offense. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going to the ground. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Bounced off his feet.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble. A bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year. He'll try to tack on one more.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over South Carolina. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down, fourth down coming up. The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. Wants to bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He makes a catch. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent, making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. The sure hands. It's Slater. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll go to the toss. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably incredibly fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Slater. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
And the Wolverines have it with a first and goal. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. They extend this fourth-quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Going to try to get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. And the Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying play action. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Setting up the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the pummeling has started. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Wide open downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. The corners are walked up tight. They keep attacking through the air. And they got him for the sack.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things.
Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Got some room to run. The 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an app.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were down.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Algier. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the beatdown has ensued. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. So they'll try to make up some of that ground on 2nd down from the 16. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special